Hello and good morning. Let's take a look at the bell work today. Remember, in geometry, we're going to probably have another test this weekend because we're just about done with this chapter. So let's take a look here. Um, what is the triangle inequality theorem? Well, the triangle inequality theorem says that two sides must be bigger, must be larger than the third side. Okay? This one says, does this make a triangle? Well, if you add those two up, you get 23. And 23 is bigger than 9. Check. If you add those two up, you get 21. And 21 is bigger than 11. Check. And then if you add up the first and the last, you get 20. And 20 is bigger than 12. 9 plus 11 is 20. And so, yes, this one is a triangle. Let's try this one. This one, you add up these two and you get 10 is bigger than 8. Check. 10 is bigger than 8. Check. And then the first and last is 16 is bigger than 2. And so both of these work. And both of those make a triangle. And this is the work that I want to see in order for you to get credit. All right, so let's take a look now on a new sheet of paper. Copy this down right here. Okay, so a range for the third side. So in other words, let's say they give you a triangle. They tell you one side is 8 and one side is 5, and you don't know the other side. The way you do it to get the range, and write this down, you add and subtract. That's it. So you add these two numbers. So the upper range is 13. And you subtract 8 minus 5, and you get 3. So it can be 4, 5, all the way up to 12. That's the range, and that's the answer. So remember, when they ask you for the range, you add and subtract. If you want to check it, put 4 in there and see if it works. 9 is bigger than 8, 12 is bigger than that one, and 13 is bigger than 4. So yes, it works. Add and subtract. Real simple. Same thing here. Well, let's take a look at this one. This one says triangle KLH. So draw this triangle, any triangle, and label it KLH. And the measure of angle K is 40 degrees. And then it tells you that angle K is bigger than angle L. So just make this one 30 degrees. And I'm just making that up. Name the smallest. Well, you would have to add these up and get 70 and subtract 70 and get 110. So the smallest side would have to be across from this one, which I would say would be KH. And that's the way I would do it. Okay? And that's on your worksheet today. So make sure you draw the triangle and figure it out. And speaking of worksheet, that's what you have today. Okay, so here's your worksheet for geometry. Okay? And make sure you show the work. On the back side, make sure you draw diagrams if you have to. Remember, again, to find the range, you add and you subtract. Let's turn our attention now to MCR. Okay, so parents, just so you know and your student knows, that this is MCR, not geometry. Okay? All right, so let's take a look here. This one right here, you learned how to do the difference of two squares, and I want to see the work. So this is going to be x squared minus 3 squared, so your answer is x plus 3 and x minus 3. The next one here is the difference of two squares, so you're going to put p squared minus q squared, so it's going to be p plus q and p minus q. If you want to check it, just do FOIL. This one right here is going to be 10 times 10. So it's going to be 10 squared minus y squared squared. See, a power to a power, you multiply and get 4. So it's going to be 10 plus y squared and 10 minus y squared. And finally, this last one, there's nothing in common, and it's a plus sign. So this one is prime. If you were able to factor out the greatest common factor, it wouldn't be prime. Or if you could do the difference of two squares. Today's work is right here. And there's one that I need to show you. And so I'll show you this one right now real quick. So these two have an A in common. See, they all don't have an A. This is called group factoring. So I'm going to factor out an A, and I'm left with x plus y. This one, they both have a C. So I'm going to factor out a C, and I'm left with x plus y. Now this term and this term have an x plus y. So I'm going to take out the x plus y, and I'm left with A plus C. And that's called group factoring. All right, again, here's your work. And have a good morning.